Yeah. Jonas, Arsenal started really strongly, and then maybe a slightly rocky end to the first half with Spurs getting a goal back. What were the details you kind of tightened up at half time? Because the second half, Spurs were just never in it.
Yeah, built up. We went to just say stay when you static in the last 10-15 minutes of the first half, because they changed the way that they pressed, and they were just pressing with two forwards, and then they were in a block with 8 players, and we didn't engage that block well enough, and we didn't utilize the width well enough, so we had to change our positioning a little bit there. But once we did that in the second half, I thought that performance was very dominant, and was very pleased with us in the second half.
And I know I asked you this question a week or two ago, but so many of the goals look quite similar today. Like Caitlin scores one, very similar. She hits the post on Wednesday with the same shot. Stina scores a goal, it's very similar to one Beth Mead scored against Spurs last year. And Frida's goal, very similar to the one she scored against Manchester United. Do you feel like some of those attacking patterns are kind of coming back?
Yeah, I think we can see that we look more sharp and better in that again. And of course it comes with time together, both on the training pitch but also playing matches together and integrating new players. I think a player like Victoria Pelova is very important for us today, both in the way she plays defense but also the way she keeps possession and setting up the attacks for us. And it was nice to see, for a squad perspective, that we changed goalkeeper, and we see a lot of the strengths that Sabrina has with her communication, with her distribution, and I think that's really important for us as a squad to see that we have that option as well. And we have Lotta Woodman-Moy coming on, and I think she plays a very strong game today as well, and that's important for us, because if we do that, that means that we can keep the energy levels high, and we also have a competition in the squad, so everyone needs to be on their toes.
And last one from me, you picked out a lot of players there, but I felt today was possibly one of Stina Blackstenius' best games for Arsenal, and when the pitch is like this and it's so important for the ball to stick in the forward areas, I thought she was really good at that today. How did you rate her performance?
I agree, and I think that's so important also when you see development with players, and you see how do we develop players when they come here. I really think that's an area where Stina has improved, where she's so much better holding up place, using her physicality in a game like this. And I really liked that she took that finish on the first touch, spotting that the goalkeeper was out of position. That's excellent awareness, so it was a strong performance.
We know these games can get a bit scrappy if there's not an early goal, Tottenham could sit back a little bit. How important was it to get that breakthrough for areas?
Of course, it's always nice to score that goal, but especially I think it was important for us in the way that we scored it, because we know with this pitch here, it's not directly Allianz Arena, that it was hard to play in between the lines if it was too compact, but you could see how we constantly were stretching them in the beginning, and that's also where it comes from, so it was also from a good way of starting the game.
And I appreciate it's just happened, but do you have any idea of how severe Gio is injured?
No, not at all.
Jonas, obviously this important game against Tottenham, but it's sandwiched in between two really important games against Bayern. How impressed were you with the focus, I guess, of the players to put the Bayern result and the game coming up to one side and completely focus purely on this?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what you need to do. It's like you can't prioritize one or the other, because we're at that stage in this league, and the league is always going to be that it's so competitive, so you need to try and do your very best to win these games, and an away game here, it's always going to be a challenge, so you need to be on top of your game. So but Bayern is in the same situation. They're playing now against Wolfsburg. It's not especially a game they can take it easy either, so it's two teams that are two tough games, and will be ready to go on a little bit better grass pitch on Wednesday.
Yeah, they're obviously, like, looking at the table, goal difference could be very important, and the 5 goals today takes you level with Man United in goals scored. Both of you 1 goal behind Chelsea, Man City a bit further down on 32, I think. So how important was it that the team kind of kept going, given how important that could be with the points and the goals so tight up there?
Yeah, I think it's important also from the mentality that we are. We are a team that like to express our football. So why would we stop doing that? Because one of our values is to be 100%, and that's no matter what the situation is. And sometimes you focus on that being when you are having tough times on the pitch and you still need to do 100%. But it's also when things are doing really well, to not become complacent, to not start acting in another way for that, to say like, doesn't matter if we're winning 4-1. When we represent Arsenal, let's make the most of it every second we're on the pitch, and let's be 100%. I think it's a way of showing the pride of the jersey.
And how pleased are you in terms of the mix of goal scorers going into that Bayern game, but then just also in terms of the fact that again 2 key strikers injured, but here you are with the plethora of goal scorers, putting them away quite convincingly.
No, that's good, and I mean, hopefully we go into the game here against Wednesday with a good bit of self-confidence, and I think we should have that from our performances, because our performance against Chelsea in the Conti Cup was very strong, and then both Liverpool and Reading was good in the league. Our second half performance against Bayern, it's a very, very good performance, and now here today, also a strong performance. So it's not a team that only have had 1 or 2 strong performances now. I think we have built a good momentum coming into these 2 games now against Bayern Munich and City. Now it's up for us to execute it.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks, Jonas. Appreciate that.